I'd like to thank the Lanetta Post of the VFW for inviting me to be here this morning. Today, we are gathered here, breathing the air of free men and women, knowing the feeling of well-being that only freedom can bring. Today, on this somber holiday, we gather to honor and remember the sacrifices of those who have made our freedom possible. We gather today to observe a holiday born of peace and baptized by war. On November 11, 1918, at 1100 hours, 91 years ago today, a ceasefire or armistice went into effect, ending the First World War. It was the dawn of peace, ending the war to end all wars. To celebrate the end of this war, a holiday, Armistice Day, was established. That peace, like so many before it and since, was an illusion. Wherever, whenever evil men are willing to use any means at their disposal to subjugate and enslave their fellow man, there can be no peace. In 1954, to honor the sacrifice of all who served in the defense of our country, the name of the holiday was changed to Veterans Day. Today is a day to gather together and remember and honor that sacrifice. Here today are many who have answered freedom's call. We all have friends and loved ones who have made or are making sacrifices in the defense of our country. Today we honor and remember all who served and sacrificed so much for us. The sacrifice that we honor is all the more personal because of who made it and who they were. In times of peace, the American military has always been small, increasing in size in time of war to meet any threat. Our citizen soldiers and sailors have answered our country's calls. They came from the farms and from the cities, from the upper class and from the working class, from blue-collar and white-collar backgrounds to forge a citizen military which represents all of Americans. In 1916, the American military was approximately 190,000. In 1918, there were over 1.5 million Americans serving in France and a total of 4.7 million Americans in uniform. During World War II, the American military increased from 458,000 in 1940 to over 12 million in 1945. During Korea and during Vietnam, the American military doubled in size from approximately 1.4 million to almost 3 million men. These Americans carried with them a love of country, a sense of duty, and a pride and a resourcefulness which characterizes the American spirit. Adolf Hitler scoffed at that America's citizen army was no match for his professional Wehrmacht. Yet in the end, it would be those citizen soldiers who would endure untold hardships to prevail against the forces of evil again and again. The citizen soldiers would answer the call. They would endure the frigid cold of Korea and the jungles of Vietnam, along with the hardships and the deserts of the Middle East. Today, I ask our veterans to remember their comrades and reflect on a time they dedicated to the defense of home and country. I call on everyone to remember the sacrifices which were made and are being made by friends and family. I ask that everyone reflect on and honor those who served and are serving in the defense of freedom and to protect our way of life. Today, a new generation has answered freedom's call. They are fighting an insidious enemy, an enemy who would destroy our way of life and deny us our freedom. A new generation of citizen soldiers has stepped forward in defense of God and country. 2 weeks ago, I sat on the mess deck of the USS Macon Island. It's the newest warship in the United States Navy. I saw young men and women of every race participating in an ice cream social. The atmosphere was light-hearted, but beneath it all you could sense a dedication to duty. I was reminded that as long as there is a United States, that our young citizens will continue to answer our nation's call. that our citizen soldiers and sailors will always step forward to defend freedom and our way of life. There are presently 40,000 veterans in San Joaquin County. This number will increase as our servicemen and women return home. We must be concerned not only with our present veterans, but also with those who will join their numbers. One of the most important areas is that of health care. The Veterans Administration is presently planning the establishment of a regional clinic and nursing home in San Joaquin County. Presently, no location has been selected. To support our veterans, the San Joaquin County Board of Supervisors offered the Veterans Administration a location on the county hospital grounds in French Camp. This location is the center of the area which will be served. We need to work together to make San Joaquin Valley Regional Clinic in French Camp a reality. Today, the Veterans of Foreign Wars is here circulating petitions for submission to the Secretary of Veterans Affairs supporting a French Camp location for this facility. I ask for your support. Today, as we prepare to resume our daily activities, let us remember the words of Abraham Lincoln, who said to remember he who has borne the battle and to care for his widow and orphan. Thank you.
Ready. Aim. Fight. Fight. Hold. Halt. Present. Halt.